Hey guys, we're back with another Leaks of the Weeks. This week is the final week for Nisekoi and Sword Art Online Extra Booster. Both of those will be coming out on the 21st of this month, so today is when they got released. Checkers has already pre-ordered 6 extra boosters, and they are currently on the way, because he's already paid for them. However, I have ordered 6 Nisekoi extra boosters as well. However, I am ordering something along with them, so my shipment is being delayed a bit because the other item I purchased with my extra boosters has not been released yet. So it will come out soon. I think probably like at the latest it'll come out first week of September, if not the second week of September. So it shouldn't be too long for mine to come as well. But yeah, just like the past 2 weeks or the past 2 videos, since it has both Nisekoi and Sword Art Online, I, Licious Kid, and Checkers will be doing this Leaks of the Week.
So,
and I guess with that, let's get started. So, first off, we got this UE card.
0/0, 2500 power. When you have 6 or more cards in your hand, this card gains plus 1500 power. So 4K level 0, pretty crazy. It's easy enough to have 6. Well, let me think about this. 5.
No, because you can't play an assistant turn 1.
You can't.
No.
So it'll only be 4K. Nah, this card's too much work.
Yeah, I think you have better stuff like the runner.
Yeah, runner, suiciders. This UE's not needed. And I mean, it's not like you're always going to have 6 or more. There could be times when you don't. So it's just, yeah, it's not that good.
And she's lacking the avatar trait, which is pretty hilarious every now and then.
Yeah. But net, at least.
That's true.
But yeah, this zero's pretty whatever. Next up, the 1-0 UE, 2500 power. It's an assist, 500 in front, and this ability can only be activated twice per turn. When your other characters with Kirito or Asuna in their names are played from your hand to your stage, look at the top card of your deck and either leave it there or put it to the bottom of your deck. 500 in front is whatever, especially for a 1-0, because there are plenty of other 500 globals in the set, and better 500 in front, because, let's see, the other ability, top check, isn't that important. Like, you can really only use it for, no, you can't. Like, it doesn't really combo with anything in the deck, so there's really no need for it. It's just a little, like trigger checking, I guess, but that's not very important. Like, that effect's not very useful for the deck, for SAO in the first place. And, yeah, there are other assists that are a lot better and more useful throughout the whole game. So, I don't think this U is very good.
Yeah, and once again, missing the avatar trait, which is really shitty with the backup.
Mm-hmm. No.
So, unfortunate, I guess, the only 2 cards UE got are not that good.
Yeah.
Yet again, all her cards aren't that good. So, I guess it should be accepted by now.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll go on to the Nisekoi. So 2/1, 8K, tilting her neck Haru. She sweets trait. What she does is when this card declares an attack, and if all of your characters are sweets, and the character directly opposite of this is a level 3 or greater, this card gains plus 3K power until the end of your opponent's next turn. It's not bad. There's a lot of these anti-level 3 cards running around nowadays. Either like, you know, level 3s are kind of getting hate now because they're just so dominant at level 2. So now like Bushiroad makes like anti-change backups or like these level 2s that are really effective against the level 3s. And this is one of them. Pretty good. It's she's sweet, so she of course synergizes with the entire sweet deck. And also when she attacks and all your characters are sweet, which is going to happen, and she's fighting a level 3, she becomes 11k until the end of your opponent's next turn. So like she's 11k, so like either if you successfully kill your opponent's character, then she's still 11k on your opponent's following turn, and that can be pretty annoying for them to deal with. So I think teching 1 or 2, I would say probably 1, would be really good in your sweet-based Nisekoi decks, because you know, having those anti-level 3 cards can be really good. And also, like, we have the level 3 Kosaki that we saw 2 weeks ago now. that on your draw phase you can give a or you can give any of your characters plus 4K during your opponent's draw phase. So you can give it to her as well. And if you don't use her even if you don't use her ability with the 4K pump, she'll be like 12K before assist, which is also very strong. So overall, definitely a solid card. It's only a common, so you can't complain. And I would say if you're running a sweet deck, you should definitely run one, because you're definitely going to run up against opponents that bring out level 3s at level 2. And if they don't, then your level 3 Kozaki that you can bring out will just dominate them. And onto the next card, we have this 1-0 common, Onodera Haru, Sweets. Well, when your other sweet character declares an attack, this card gains plus 1k power until the end of the turn, and it has Clock Encore. Not too bad. It has Clock Encore, and it's kind of like the only sweet character that you can run in a sweet-based deck that has Clock Encore. The only other Clock Encore sweet character I can think of off the top of my head is the 1-0 Kosaki in blue. But that one gets 500 per sweet characters. However, that one gets 500 per key characters, so that doesn't really work out in the sweet deck. But this one works with all the sweet characters. So this one is okay. Let me just see something really quick. I'm on Heart of the Cards right now. Give me 1 second. I think this one's Clock Encore too. Oh no, this doesn't work because you need a Pendant Promise for this one. Never mind. Okay, so that was the other Clock Encore card I was thinking of. However, that one is dependent on the Pendant of Promise. So I would say if you want Clock Encore in your sweet decks, then you can run this Onodera Haru. However, do keep in mind she's very weak on defense, and that is really bad. Or that's like sucks because you're just gonna have to keep encoring her by clocking yourself to keep her alive, and you might take too much damage. And even on offense, she's not that strong. She's only 6'5", and like if you have multiple of these Onodera Harus, then like you can't get all of them to be 6'5", because if you have like 2 of these and like one other character, you attack with the other character first. The next Onodera Haru you attack with is only 5'5", and that's really weak. So, the sweet builds, they have other good 1-0s. They have the 1-0 4-5 that gets 500 per sweet characters, so that one's always 6'5". So, they have some other 1-0 options. But if you really, really, really want a Clock Encore, I guess you can run this Onodera Haru. But I don't think it's completely necessary. I think you could be okay without running this card. So when I build the deck, I don't think I'm gonna be running this Onodera Haru. But we'll see. Maybe when I actually play it, maybe I do need this Clock Encore. So it's nice that we have this option, but I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's that good, I should say. I don't think it's that good. And I would rather not run it if I had the choice. And I guess that's all I'm gonna say for these cards. Anything you want to say?
No, they whatever.
Yeah, they whatever. And more Attack on Titan. So that's it for Monday. This week is only 4 days, because they decided not to release one for Thursday, so it should be a bit shorter, and a lot of the cool stuff has already been released, so shouldn't be too long. On Tuesday,
0-0 Xenon, 2k power. When this card is played from hand to stage, choose one of your other avatar or net characters, and it gains plus 1k power until the end of your opponent's next turn. It's interesting. I personally don't like cards that are just solely for power, because this level 0 is only boosting one of your other characters, so it's just like a dead card on there anyways. The 1k power could mean a lot, because it's until the end of your opponent's next turn, which is it's pretty nice, but I don't feel that the SAO cards are that weak in the first place. So I don't think I'd have to run an extra card just for that power when I need it, the extra 1k. So I don't think I'd dedicate a slot in my level 0 lineup for this card, because I like filling up my level 0s with utility stuff. And the next one, this 2-1 Xenon, 3k power. During your opponent's turn, all your other characters gain 1500 power, and on play, you can discard a card and look at the top 4 and choose an avatar or net and add it to your hand. So like the other, ditch, look at 4, that's a really good effect. And the assist is kind of bad. Assist ability is kind of bad because it's only on your opponent's turn, so you're going to be weak on your turn, which I don't like doing. I like consistent power throughout both turns, so I don't know if I'd choose this for that. And I don't know if I'd dedicate a level 2 slot just for that other effect. The 4 is a really good effect because it's essentially like a brainstorm, and you break even, and you get to pick a card in the 4, which could help you set up for later on. But overall, I probably still wouldn't run it. Yeah, I don't think I'd run it. I still run. I love that TD assist, Xenon, from my level 2 assist. It's just too awesome. And yeah.
For sure.
Do you think it's worth it to just run it for that effect?
The second effect?
Yeah.
Nah, the second effect is broke on those level 0s because it don't cost anything.
Yeah.
But this is like, and you can do it at level 0, so it's freaking broken as hell.
Okay.
But this is like pay 1. It's like not nearly as good, in my opinion. So it's not good. This Xenon's not good enough.
Yeah.
In any
Xenon cards
aspect, sadly. Alright, on to more Nisekoi stuff. We got this 00 Haru, sweet trait. If you do not control another character with Kosaki in his name, this card does not go to stand during your stand phase. Pretty bad, because first of all, like for these cards that are dependent on another character, as for example, this Haru is dependent on this Kosaki. If there's a good Kosaki in the back row, then maybe this card would be okay. But honestly, I would say this card is really bad. I'm just gonna say it's bad because you need a Kosaki for it to stand, and at level 0, there's not that many good Kosakis, and especially with the next card. The next card is just way better. It's a 0035, so the exact same stats. It has sweets and key, so it has sweets, which is a good trait, and it has key, which is a very good trait. So she has 2 better traits. And when she's played from hand to stage, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is not a sweet character, place it to your clock. We've seen these reveal top. If it's not the same trait, go to clock. We've seen these level 035s time and time again, and they're not the greatest, but they get at level 0 they get the job done, and this Kosaki gets the job done. She's 0035, and she can clock you in the early game, but that's not any problem at all. But later into the game, you can later into the game she does become more dangerous to play, but I do think that's better. I think it's worth it because she's just way more consistent at level 0 compared to this Haru, which is only 0035. But she needs a Kosaki for her to go back to stand, and that may not happen all the time. And if it does not happen, then she just can't stand, and that just sucks. I always say just use the 0035. And yeah, later you might be later into the game you might clock yourself, yes, but at least you have a pretty good level 0 card. And I guess if you wanted to, you're feeling a little dangerous, if you're willing to take a damage, you can run it in conjunction with the level 3 Kosaki, or the level 3 Haru we saw in the last video. And you can play the Kosaki, the 0035, and if it's a climax, you take the damage, but you play the level 3 Haru after, and so you mill the 3, so the climax that you hurt yourself, you might be able to just heal off when you play the Haru, because that's one less climax in the mill 3. So that's it's dangerous, but if you mill a climax, if you hurt yourself with a climax off Kosaki, when you play the Haru after, you might be able to guarantee the mill 3, and you might clock shoot, and so in some situations that can be good. So I would say this Kosaki, dangerous, yes, but kind of fitting in the sweets build. And yeah, I guess that's it. Anything you want to say about these two?
Nah, the Kosaki's better.
Yeah, by far, and they're both common, so there's no comparison unless you like Haru better than Kosaki, which is understandable, but
you piss me off.
And that's it for Tuesday, and on to Wednesday.
Alright, we got 00 Lolly Asuna, 4K power. During the start of your encore step, place the top card of your deck to your waiting room, and if that card is level 0 or lower, place this card to your waiting room. This card sucks, because fucking most of your deck's gonna be level 0, so it's a very high chance that this bitch is just gonna kill herself after one turn, which, you know, that's not good, cause, like, I mean, she's just big body, I guess, 4K power, but, nah, you got good level 0s already. You got Runner, you got Suiciders, you even got 4K for the turn guys, which are basically the same thing, which, I mean, I guess it's the same. You get to mill one. If you don't hit a climax, that's 1 damage you don't take, I guess.
Yo.
But, I don't know. It's not that good. It's probably it's gonna kill itself no matter what, probably. So, yeah. Not a good level 0 in my opinion. Next up, another not good card. We got a 1-0, 1500 backup. His auto effect is when you play him onto the stage from your hand, choose another avatar net character that gains 1k power. So if you play it for that sole reason, then that's pretty bad.
You have the scene on yesterday.
You have the scene on, first of all, which is a better effect, and she's 2k power and a level 0. Well, this guy is a 1-0, weaker. And, I mean, 1500 is the worst backup. Because SAO already got 2k no cost. Why do you need this? Just like, this card's pretty bad. Just like, it doesn't do anything good. Everything else is better. So yeah, these 2 cards suck.
Sadly. On to Nisekoi, I guess, which isn't that much more exciting. We have this... so this is the card I was talking about when I was talking about Haru. So this is a 0... like, this pissed me off. This is a 0/0 500 common. She's Haru's friend, Fu. She has a camera trait. That's like... oh my... it's so dumb. So when she's played from hand to stage, you may pay cost, so just pay 1, discard a card. If you do, search your deck for a sweet character, show it to your opponent, add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. And it bonds for the New Life Haru. The New Life Haru was the 1-0 that... oops, oh man, I lost it when I was looking for the level 3. Wait up. The New Life Haru, this one that we talked in the first week of the Nisekoi leaks that combos with the gold bar. First, I want to talk about Fu as a whole. Fu is 0/0, 500 power, so she's super weak, but you know that's because she has 2 effects. Her first effect is really good for the sweet decks, because of course, as you can see, you grab a sweet character, but her trait is like stupid, because she's camera, and as we saw last week with the level 3 Haru, you want to run as many sweet characters as possible, because when you mill 3, Haru's okay when you mill 2, but when Haru mills 3, she becomes super good. And because of that very sole reason, you have to, like, I would say it's mandatory to run 42 sweet characters, 8 climaxes. No events, no non-sweet characters, just don't do it. Because if you, like let's say you play Haru, level 3 Haru, you mill, like, 2 sweets, and then you mill Fu. It's like, oh, well, that sucks. All I get now is a heal. If Fu wasn't, like... if Fu was a sweet character you were running instead, you could have got the clock shoot. Like, yeah, you can say, like, if you only run 1 Fu, you can be like, oh, but that's only 1 non-sweet character in my deck that, you know, that it can hurt me. But I think, you know, I'm kind of anal, so I think that's a big deal. Like, I would just annoy me. Because, I mean, yes, you can tech one of her, because she's really good, because she's pay 1 discard and you can grab a sweet character. And that's really good. But... last week, we saw the level 0 Haru, the 0/0 2k Haru, that you can on-play, discard a card, and look at top 4 and add a sweet character to your hand. Not as versatile, because you can't look at your entire deck, like how Fu can. However, that Haru is costless, has higher base power, and has the sweet trait, which is most important. So I think, I would say you're better off just running 4 Harus, the 0/0 Haru that can look at top 4 on play. I think having 4 of those is more than enough utility than like running this Fu, because this Fu can really screw your ass over if you mill one of her with your level 3 Haru. So yeah, why couldn't they just give this to a Kosaki? Whatever. Still, I would say I advise not running it because of the Haru. I mean, and like for that, just because she's not sweet, I wouldn't even consider running her. But she does have the bond for the 1-0 gold bar Haru. This 1-0 Haru I talked about a couple weeks ago, and honestly, my opinion on this card is the same. But I guess I'll just go over it really quickly. This Haru is not bad. I mean, this Haru's not bad. She has a sweet trait, and her climax combo isn't bad. She gets a decent amount of power, and she combos with the gold bar, and the gold bar combo is actually pretty solid. So like in your sweet deck, can actually be pretty good. But yes, this does bond for the 1-0 gold bar, the 1-0 Haru that combos with the gold bar. But I think like if you play your level 0 game well enough, and in conjunction with the 0-0 Harus that look at top 4, and on top of the plus brainstorm they have, I think getting 2 or 3 level 1 Harus by level 1, if you are running this combo, getting 2 of these by level 1, I don't think it's too hard at all. So I don't think this Haru is necessary at all. Like, I don't think the bond is necessary, and I don't think her on-play ability is necessary, and she doesn't have the sweet trait. So overall, I wouldn't run this food. She's pretty cute though, but not good enough. And lastly, the last card for Wednesday, we have the 0025 common Fu's Mischief Haru. She's sweet trait. During your start, this is a funny card. During the start of your attack phase, you may move this card to an empty border on your center stage that has a character directly opposite of it. So this is an anti-runner, because when your opponent runs at the start of your attack phase, your opponent's like, okay, your opponent runs, and then you follow them with this Haru, and then you kill them. You might kill them, because some runners are 2k like SAO, and some runners are 2-5 like Love Live. So depending on which runner you're fighting, you might kill them, or you might just crash and break even. So this card is not that good, but like in the normal standard key deck, I wouldn't recommend running this Haru because she doesn't have the key trait and her effect isn't good enough. However, in the sweet decks, to be honest, it doesn't seem like they have a lot of good level 0s. Like, we have the level 0 Kosaki that's 3-5. That's pretty good. And honestly, I can't think of any other good level 0 sweet characters, to be completely honest. I guess they have the green one from the first booster, but I mean, if you're if you need a couple level 0s, you could consider 1 or 2 of these Harus, because I mean, she's 2-5 power, and like if your opponent has like a really weak character, you could run this in front of them, and if they can't kill her, then that's really good for you, because you know they're forced to side. So if you need like 1 or 2 extra level 0s for blue, or just in your sweet decks, whatever have you, you can consider this Haru, because it's not like horrible, but it's not that good either. So if you need the extra level 0, you could give Haru a try. And I guess that's all for these two. And the last day, because like I said, there's only 4 leaks this week.
Level 0 Asuna, 500 power. During your own turn, your other characters in the middle border of your center stage gain 500 power, and it bonds with the Wild with Innocence Yuki, which is the 2-1 following. That 2-1 is a level assist in front, 500 power, and another effect, you can pay 1 and choose one of your avatar net characters, and that gains 1500 power until the end of the turn. So now green has a level multiplier assist, which, to be honest, I don't value this level assist over any other assist SAO has, because her other effect is kind of whatever. It's just power, and I mean, that might be useful sometimes, but generally I don't think I'd find myself having to pay 1 most of the time. The Elizabeth level multiplier is better. The TD assist, no backup, is better. The global 1K is cool because of the change. Xenon. There's just other stuff that I would use over this.
Doesn't green also have a 1K global? And gives like one of your characters hand encore, that Lifa from the second booster?
Yeah. The 2-1. Yeah, the 2-1.
It's that weird one.
That is just probably more useful then. And so since I don't value that Yuki very much, I don't like the Bonder either. I mean, bonding for assist is like already kind of whack because it's not like you can keep bonding for it. If you get one, you're pretty much set. So it's not like you need to bond for them more, you know. So like the bonding itself is pretty bad, anyways, and the other effect's not even that good either. So definitely the bond's not good. And for your level 2 assist, if for green, you'd probably go the other one, but it's still an okay assist. Like, it's not like if you really want to run this, you can still do it. But I'm just saying there are better options for us at this point.
Well, you know, the level 3 Yuki can't pump herself like the other clock shooters like Chamber and Eddie from Love Live.
Yeah.
So do you think this Yuki would be pretty good with the level 3 Yuki? Because, like how Chamber, he has to pay 1 and he gets, what, plus 15? Or plus 1k?
2-5.
Oh, wow, what the okay, he gets plus 2-5.
Chamber's crazy strong.
Yeah, but he goes to memory. And the Eddie from Love Live, you pay 1, you give plus 15 to an Eddie, but it's only an Eddie. You think this Yuki would be okay with the level 3? Because
it would
it's
be.
kind of like you have a Chamber. It's kind of like she has a Chamber effect or an Eddie effect because it's like pay 1 plus. Play with pop.
It would be, except you kind of achieve the same thing with the TD Xenon.
But sometimes
sometimes you might not be.
Sometimes that's not good enough because the TD is what 1k in front or is it 1k global?
It's 1k in front.
Like that's only 11k.
This is true.
And if I have a level assist, that's 11.5. So like then you have to use the climax. But then if I have a backup, then I guess I can back up on. But like you know, you have to use other means if you only run that one. So you know, I think if you run it in conjunction with the level 3 Yuki, I think this is okay.
Yeah, I get you.
You see what I mean? Because like you have to kill something with Yuki, or she sucks.
Yeah, basically, she is really weak. So yeah, you could definitely combo it with her. Dang, I didn't think about that. Okay, she's better.
Yeah, I think she's pretty good.
Yeah,
she's pretty.
Maybe I'll try her.
Yeah.
I might need to actually. Now that I think about it. Shit. All right, she's better. Still no bond though. Don't run the bond.
Yeah, they have better bond options.
Yeah.
But overall, it's a good comment.
I get you.
Yeah. Alright. On to Nisekoi. We got Tsugumi's Day. We got 102k common from now Seshiro weapon. First of all, she's a 1k backup. And when you use this backup and you have a weapon or a lady character, choose one of your battling characters and it gets plus 1k power until the end of this turn. So 2k back, it's a 1k backup, but if you have a weapon or lady, 2k backup. So of course for the weapon and lady deck, this is a staple. Because the other level 1 backup that the weapon and lady deck had was once again a Tsugumi card, but that was a 1-1 2k backup. So there's no point running a 1-1 2k backup when you can run a 1-0 2k backup. So this is definitely a staple in the weapon and lady deck. But like the Haru from last week, you can actually run this in a key variant deck. Key based deck, depending on what colors you run. If you run yellow, then this is not like this might be able to happen because in yellow you have the level 0 PR assist if you own that one. You have the level 0 PR assist, that's a Chitoge, and usually if you have one in the back row, it'll usually stay all game. So having the 1-0 Chitoge in the back row will always keep the Seshiro alive, and I think that's pretty good. But also you have the 1-0 4-5 Chitoge that works with the Pendant of Promises that on play, or if you have a Pendant of Memory, gets plus 2k, the 1065 essentially Chitoge. And if you have that for your level 1 lineup as well, then that's also another lady character that you can use in conjunction with the Seshiro. So that's if you think about it, that's only 7 or 8 cards. You run maybe 3 of the PRs, or you run 4 of the level 1s, or vice versa, 4 of the PRs and 3 of the level 1s. That's my personal lineup. That's what I'm running right now. And that's not a lot. That's 7 out of 50 deck cards. But it's pretty good. I mean, if you have the Summer Chitoge in the back, it's gonna be there all game. The only problem is if you don't draw into it, but I run 4. and I usually get one all the time by level 1. And like I said, Nisekoi has 1,000,001 ways to search or salvage, so I do think this is plausible to run in your Nisekoi key decks because of the PR and of the 1-0. If you don't own the PRs, you probably shouldn't run this, because without the PRs, the playability goes way down. But if you do have the PRs, then I think it's pretty good. The PRs are lady, right? I'm just gonna assume the PRs are lady. I don't want to find the card right now because it's gonna take me forever. But you know, I'm assuming they are lady. So actually, okay, I have to look for it. Summer Chitoge. You know, I found it already.
Dang.
Yep, it's a lady. So yeah, if you have the Summer Chitoge, if you have the PR, then I would think it's pretty good. If you don't run it. But if you do, it's pretty good. Anyways, that's enough about that. Lastly, the last Nisekoi card, 00500 common, New Life Seshiro weapon. She's 500 in front assist, and you can put her to rest to choose one green card from your clock and return it to your hand. Then place one card from your hand to your clock. Not bad at all. Yeah, definitely a pretty good level 0 assist. It's 500 in front, which is, you know, normal. But also, you can, like, it's a free clock swap. You just put a card from your hand to the clock, and then you grab any card from your clock and add it to your hand. You know, she can work in both the weapon and lady deck, and she can also work in your standard Nisekoi deck. Yes, she does have to grab a green card. Oh, I'm sorry, it's pay 1, put her to rest. I mean, you can run her in your normal Nisekoi decks just because, you know, there's an okay amount of green cards. They have like the gold bar. You can grab climaxes as well. Do keep that in mind, because you can grab green cards. So you can grab like climaxes, you can grab the level assist, you can grab the level 3, you can grab like the backups, what have you. You know, you can run it in the standard decks, and that's okay. But you know, I do think the Summer Chitoge PR or the Tachibana or the 500 Global Otaku is better. But I'm saying, like, if you want, you can run in your standard deck. It's not impossible. And you know, I would say she's mainly here for the weapon and lady variants, because it's pretty good. I mean, the weapon and lady deck will be half green and half yellow, probably. I guess you could actually run red with it because there's a couple red Chitoges, but still not a bad assist at all. And it's only common, so, you know, definitely not bad. And I think that's it for this video. Kind of short, but like we said, only 4 days. And a lot of the cool cards have been leaked. This week is just kind of like meh, like player's preference card. But even like at that point, I don't think you should be running most of these. Yeah. Overall, I think these 2 extra boosters are... Or what do you think about SAO extra booster? I'll ask you.
I think it's gonna be tight.
Alright, yeah, tight.
I think it might be pretty tight. Well, definitely, it definitely adds what SAO has been lacking for quite some time.
And that would be?
Level 2.
Fair enough.
That Kirito is gonna be swag.
It is gonna be big.
I think the green's gonna add a little unique dynamic, kinda, because now you have a clock shoot. Now your end game can be quite scary. So I think it's gonna be. I think the deck's gonna be quite a bit better.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think those cards.
I think so.
Those green cards are definitely playable.
Yeah.
Definitely strong contender.
Yeah.
As for Nisekoi, unfortunately, like as a competitive, from a competitive perspective, I guess I should say, not very good. They add like a couple cards that you could run in the standard key deck, but like even then, the cards they shown aren't like, they're not like crazy. They're not going to change how the deck works. They're not going to add any extra dynamic to the current deck. Honestly, it like the only 2 cards I can think of off the top of my head is the 1-0 Chitoge, the 2K that you can on play look at top 2, and then there's the 1-0 Tachibana that works well with the 1-0 or the 0-0 Raku. Like those are like the only 3 cards I can see players splashing into their current key decks. And even like those 3 cards alone aren't powerful enough to really change anything. Like, you don't even have to run those and you'll be perfectly fine. But that's totally understandable because Nisekoi, as of right now, is pretty good. So, yeah. So mainly, like, this booster is just for them to weed money out of us and make us but you know, even then, the extra booster is a lot of fun. I think the sweet deck looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and I do look forward to playing around with it. As for the lady deck, like, yeah, it has my favorite girl, but honestly, it seems really boring. Like, you just beat them up, and that's it. They don't have any game ending, and it's like no game end, and you just beat shit up. It's pretty boring, so I don't know if I'm actually gonna make the lady / fucking deck. We'll see how my polls go. But yeah, I guess any other closing thoughts you want to say, Checker?
Nah. I'm good.
Alright then, we hope you guys enjoyed this video, and next week I think we start, I'm not too sure what we're starting, but yeah, I think if you guys like me and Checkers doing the leaks of the week like this, then you know, you can comment below and we can start doing it like this for all the videos now. If you guys don't really care, then you know, we can just go back to how we usually do it with just one person. But yeah, that's all for this video, and until next time, guys.
Peace.